So, let's dive into a pretty challenging idea today, one that comes from a blog post about the modern church. It really makes you think, when you criticize something, is it a genuine attempt to heal and improve it? Or is it just, well, an attack?
All right, so why is this so hard? I think we can all agree, criticizing the church, it's tough. It feels a little divisive, maybe even disrespectful. But the author of this piece wants us to stop right there and really question that feeling. Why do we feel so uncomfortable with it? And here's the big pivot. The whole idea is to completely reframe what criticism is. What if it's not an attack at all? What if it's actually more like a sharpening tool? The author's point is that it's not about tearing things down, not at all. It's about building them up. It's this necessary tool for making things better, for getting closer to perfection.
Okay, so if we accept that criticism is a tool, then the big question is, how do you know if you're using it the right way? And according to this source, it all boils down to one thing: your intention. What's the spirit behind it? Is it coming from a place of love, or is it really coming from a place of hatred?
This breaks it down really clearly. On one side, you've got criticism that's motivated by hatred. The goal there, it's all about you, right? Self-elevation. And it gets bogged down in all these tiny, minor details. But then, look at the other side. When the motivation is love, the goal isn't personal. It's about the perfection of the whole thing. And the focus, it's on the big stuff, the fundamental issues that really matter.
But here's the catch, right? Even if your criticism is coming from the absolute best place, from a place of pure love, the author says, don't expect a pat on the back. And this is where they bring in what's called the prophetic precedent. The idea is simple but powerful. Throughout history, speaking the truth has almost always come with a pretty heavy price.
Yeah, and this quote from the source really drives that point home. It's this reminder that speaking those hard truths, even with the best intentions, has a long history of being met with, well, extreme hostility. It really sets the stage for what you might be up against.
So, if it's so risky and difficult, why on earth would anyone do it? Well, this is where the argument takes another turn. The author makes the case that dealing with criticism, whether you're the one giving it or receiving it, isn't supposed to be a burden. It's actually a pathway, a direct path to real transformation and spiritual growth.
And this metaphor is just perfect for explaining it. Think about that. It's this idea that facing those uncomfortable truths about ourselves, it's like a refining fire. It's going to be hot, it's going to be painful, but it's what burns away all the junk and leaves you with something pure and strong, just like gold. And the author doesn't just leave it at a metaphor, they actually break it down into a three-step process. It's like a chain reaction. See, it all kicks off with strong faith. That faith is what gives you the humility to even look at yourself critically. Then, that humility, well, that leads to repentance. And once you have genuine repentance, that's what brings the real transformation, the lasting change.
Okay, so this is where things get really serious. The argument totally raises the stakes here. It's no longer just, hey, criticism can be a good idea. No, the author reframes it as something much, much bigger. It's a personal, spiritual obligation.
So let's look at this definition, because it's absolutely crucial. From this point of view, constructive criticism isn't just you sharing your opinion. It's an obligation to bring forth convictions that you believe are given by God. And check out the two-part reason why. It's not just to perfect the church, it's also essential for your own salvation. Now that changes things, doesn't it?
And to kind of round out this point, the author draws a really clear line in the sand about responsibility. Your job, your obligation, is to speak the truth in love. That's it. How other people react to it, well, according to this argument, that's on them. Your responsibility ends once you've delivered the message faithfully.
And all this leads us to the final, really challenging question that the author leaves us with. It kind of puts the weight back on you, on me, on all of us. So what is the greater burden? Is it the risk and the fallout that comes from speaking the truth? Or is it the heavy silence that comes from refusing to carry it in the first place? Definitely something to think about.